click on Sims and we're going to see if it's working. I assume it's working. I haven't streamed in forever. Okay, it is working. I can hear it on my phone. Hopefully it's not too loud. If it's too loud, do let me know because it is slightly raised. But we are here. We're back. I haven't live streamed in literally forever. Is that too quiet? No idea. Adjusting my audio. Do bear with me. I always find that I have to turn my own volume up so that I can like hear myself easier. But anyway, we are back today. I'm doing the shell tours on Twitch because it's easier for me to film it on here, and then I have discovered that I can actually record it and put it on YouTube. So I might make like a second channel maybe at some point, like like the popular YouTubers do, and do like some extra content with my live streams, but I didn't realize I could do that until today, so what go me. But yeah, we are back today. We are doing the shell tours. So I just nearly choked on air again, but we had a shell challenge, which was my 4-year anniversary for YouTube. Got there in the end. And this was the Fit 8 Sims into Everything challenge, and lots of you uploaded builds, and I'm really excited to look through them all. I will probably start with the first one just because I don't really have a specific order. I will probably be doing like the best like creative design, the best interior, exterior storyline, that kind of thing. I'm not going to do like specific, like no one's actually getting like a reward necessarily, but I am going to give titles out for the best certain things. So that's exciting, but I haven't actually got like a specific. I do have a list in mind kind of, but I wanted to look at the builds first and then we'll kind of do that near the end. But I do have about like an hour or two today to do this, so I thought we would crack on. But yes, we do have a shell challenge, which is the what's it called, what's the one, I can never think of the word, a tiny build, one of those like, what's the word, a tiny home residential. So they had to be under 64 tiles, and fortunately this one is 62 tiles. I don't think the person has done anything wrong in this build, as in some of the builds did go outside of the rules but this one I think they followed. So this particular person is called Rebecca Writer. So the story for this particular family, this off-grid cabin used to house 6 Sims and their dog, and then the mother of 8, whose only skills are cooking and gardening, got pregnant with twin boys. Can you imagine? Literally, like, I can't imagine. Although I say that, I can't imagine, but also I do always build for massive families, but when I actually play with them I realize how overwhelming that is. Currently in my, I always start check, but it's part of the system, but in my current household that I'm playing in my legacy save that I am on generation 15. I do have an update on my YouTube channel if you guys want to watch it, but I'm on generation 15 and I have 3 children, and she's recently found a new boyfriend and he has a daughter as well. So we have 4 kids in the house and it's chaos. We also have a horse as well, so it's very, very busy, and that's just 4 children. We have 2 children, a toddler and an infant. So yeah, I can't imagine actually having 8 kids. That would be crazy. Well, not 8 kids, but 6 kids. Anyway, so where was I? She got pregnant with twin boys, her 3rd set, because, hey, there's nothing else to do in this secluded cabin in the middle of nowhere with no running water, but the parents seem to like it that way. The children, especially the teens, not so much. I don't blame them, but this person is called Rebecca Writer. Check out their profile. So this is the build. I haven't explored any of the builds yet because I thought I would do it today. My sim is down here. She's always like my guinea pig for anything I do, bless her. I actually don't even know her name. Her last name is Peoples, but I don't even know her first name, which is, what is her first name? We really should know. She's always like my go-to. Janelle, that is a cool name. Obviously I named her, of course she's cool. Don't mind the trailer over here. This is one of my builds from like 2 weeks ago, but these are cool. I literally never use these, so it's really cool to see items that I never use. But I think we'll explore the outside first. So it was obviously a secluded cabin and they had surprise twins, and yeah, so there's a lot of outdoor activities, which is always good. I'm not sure how they'd get around here is my only concern. They'd have to go around the other way or through here, I suppose, but it's cute. And also I really like these little mushrooms. They're adorable, and I honestly don't use them enough. And the little like what are they called? I don't know what you'd call these, but whatever they are, they look very funny. But I assume there's something like mosquitoes, obviously. And it'd be cool if they could bite, but anywho. This is glitching slightly. I don't know whether that was intentional, but we all know how it's like. Whenever we do builds, there's always some sort of glitch, so not to worry. We do have some plants over here, which of course, I really like that they actually played this build, because sometimes when you do builds, you can tell that they're not actually played in, so it goes to show that they actually did play in this build, and I really like this pink little, a lovely mushroom. How cute is that? What's the difference? What's a lovely mushroom? Enchanted. See, I don't play enough with the enchanted stuff, so I'm not that well acquainted with it. But I mean, this is a tad dangerous. Imagine just like wee, take a little dip. Do I? Don't we? So this is the floor plan. This is the shell, obviously, that I made, and it had to stay under 64 tiles, which it is 62 tiles, and you weren't allowed to add any exterior walls, but you were allowed to include interior walls. So yeah, so this is our cute little build. How adorable is this? I really love looking at other people's builds, especially when I've had like a specific topic for you guys to work on, and like trying to fit like a big family into a small space, because I love seeing what you guys come up with, because it's so different to what I do, and it's sometimes it's not that one's better or worse, it's just so different, and I really enjoy, like, you know, just looking through everyone's creativity and how everybody's like brain works, you know. I just think it's cool. So we have a cute little bedroom for the 4 children, which of course would already be chaotic, let alone having 2 more babies. And then we have the parents' room, which is adorable, and I really like these open windows. It definitely has a cabin vibe to it, and I like the exterior as well. And the fact that it's on a platform and there's water beneath it is really cool. It's like a big tree house. I love that. And then we have the bathroom over here. It's very like woodland-esque. Very nice. I think it's really cute. I really like that these builds are like, obviously they're tiny houses, so they're going to be small, but I just think they're adorable, and I really like the colour scheme. I just think it's really pretty. So that was a really lovely entry, and I really like the storyline. I know you don't have to add a storyline, but I particularly really enjoy it when you guys do add stories to your descriptions, because it adds more personality. And I know, like, when I upload a build, I've always got like a massive storyline in my head, but I cannot be bothered to type it sometimes because it's just so intense of a story and it probably wouldn't fit in the description. But I really like it when you guys do that, because I can see your vision and it makes it a lot easier. So I really like this build because I can see what you were thinking, and I really like the fact that you did add the plants in the garden and the fact that they are like, you know, you actually played with it. So I think that's really cute, and it definitely adds more personality, because I feel like I'm like actually touring someone's literal house, if that makes sense, as opposed to, you know, a picture perfect build, which of course is great as well. And don't get me wrong, I probably do more of that, to be honest, but I much prefer when they've got more personality like this one. So you did a great job. I really like it. I will be doing like specific again, I say awards, but they're not like actual awards, but more like verbal congratulation awards of the specific things that I really liked about each build. I probably won't get through every single one of them, so if I don't mention your name at the end or whenever I do it, or maybe I won't even mention it in the video, I might make a separate like list of like written down on YouTube or something, because I probably won't do it in this video because I'll need more time to like actually go through it all. Oh, I need to breathe. I literally forget to breathe whenever I'm doing videos. But yeah, I will do a list, like a cumulative list of like the best design and the best storyline, you know, that kind of stuff. But I'll probably do it on YouTube and like write it down as opposed to speak it. But anyway, this is wonderful. You did an amazing job. I really like it, and I really hope you had fun with it. You know, I think that's one of the like the great parts about building, is that you can just be so creative, and I really hope you had a lot of fun with it. I'm just noticing now the ladder is on this side. They're like, yeah, screw you, you can't get up to the top bunk. Maybe they pranked their sisters or something, or brothers, or I don't know the genders, but siblings. I love that they've got little knitting. I'm getting carried away. This is why I can't do it on YouTube, because if I did it on YouTube without filming it on Twitch, I would just spend the whole day just going in every detail. But I'm going to have to move forward, because otherwise I will be here all day. But I love that, and I'm a crocheter myself, so I love these. I know technically they're not crochet, but it has my heart. So we're going to go to the next build now, but yes, that is by Rebecca. Was it Writer? Was I correct in saying that? Am I losing my marbles? Where are we? Was that her name? Rebecca Writer. Yes, it was. That is so cute. I really like it, and I love the storyline. It's very cute. So we're going to move on to the next one. This is by Sleepy Sims 50. They didn't add a story. This is what I wrote on here. But we're gonna have a look. See. Also, I apologize if the roof, the delightful roof, if the roof was a problem, because the roofing was a nightmare for me. And I'm not saying I'm a good roofer, right? But I do have some expertise in building, not many. I've been building, gosh, since 2019, which is crazy. It says I've got, is there 100 tiles? Does someone add more walls? I'm really confused. I don't think there's extra walls. Strange. Unless they've counted like the fence. Don't worry about it. I'm classing that as that's perfectly fine. This is an enchanted wonderland if I've ever seen one. This is so pretty. I love that it's so different though. Ignore my trailer, for the love of goodness. But this is so cute. I love that it's completely different and like everyone's got such a different like imagination, I suppose is the perfect word, but everyone's got such a different imagination for what you come up with that particular shape, which I just think is really fun. So this is we don't have a storyline, so I assume it's for a fairy. I'm going to assume maybe the fairy had lots of children. I absolutely loved. I don't know whether, I mean, maybe it's a British thing. I can't remember whether it was a British program or not. Probably, but I sorry, Breland just texted me as I was speaking. I can't believe that he's my friend, honestly, still. But sidetracked. I used to watch a film, or not a film, there's a TV program for children called The Fairies when I was about, I don't know, 7, I'd say. And this definitely reminds me of that. I think it's a British thing, so I'm not really sure if you guys are American or wherever you're from. You probably won't know about it, but there were 2 fairies called Harmony and Rhapsody, and they had like little fairies who were children as well, but they were just so cute. They like remind me of Barbies, but anywho, I digress. We are now looking at this adorable little house. Oh, I love this. The fact they've got a doll's house in the garden that just finishes it off for me, honestly. Anything that's like cutesy and like fairy vibe is just, I just love it. Anyway, how cute is this? Is this a shower and a bath? I don't know whether what is this? Is this a light? It's a chandelier. Of course, it's a chandelier. We do have a little bath outside. That is so precious. I love that. I love that they've put it outside under this little like nook area without having to actually use walls. I love that. I think that's adorable. And then we do have, is this a shower? I never use the enchanted stuff because I never build in an enchanted realm. This is so pretty. I just kicked something. God, I love that for me. But this is so cute. And I love that, again, I love that it's got like a book in here. So it shows that you have like, not necessarily playtest it. I mean, I'm sure you did, but I wouldn't be offended if you didn't playtest it because I very rarely playtest mine. But I love that it seems like lived in. I just think it's, sorry, don't mind me and doing my zip if that was really loud. I'm boiling today and then I'm freezing and I'm boiling. It keeps getting like really warm and then freezing again. I don't know what temperature I am, but all the trees have now gone brown because it's literally burnt. It's like the top of like a marshmallow, all of the trees are. But anyway, off topic. But I was saying, the fact that it is very like lived in, I just really like that. I think it's very nice. And I don't know, I just think it's adorable. And I really like these plant pots. And also, I love that we do now have these like plants that we can actually look after that are indoor plants, although I do forget to water them very often, so that's not the best, but I just like them. This is so cute. I really love this. That is adorable. Do they have an oven? I don't think they have an oven. Do they have an oven? Maybe not, but who needs an oven? Maybe they've got like a grill or something, but anyway, I'm not sure whether fairies eat differently. Maybe they don't have ovens. I think it would be really weird to have an oven maybe in a fairy house. Is it just me? But this desk is adorable. Honestly, this chair, I never use any of these things, so this is what I mean. This is why I love looking at other people's builds. All of these things are adorable. Like, where is this from? Is this a shelf? That is so cute. I've never used that before. Same as this desk. Never used it, but that would be really cute in a kid's bedroom. I would have absolutely loved that when I was little. And it's just really cute. Do we have 8 Sims? That's the question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6. That's my only point. We don't have 8 Sims, which is a slight problem considering it was fit 8 Sims into everything, unless I am missing something. I don't think so though. It's still adorable and I absolutely love it, but it doesn't fit 8 Sims in, which is my only slight comment. But it is very sweet and I really do like it, but there isn't 8 Sims in here. So there's that, but regardless, it's very pretty and you did a great job and I really, really like it. And like I said, I very much enjoy looking at enchanted builds because it's not something that I ever do. So it's very, very lovely. And I really like what you did with it, and the back garden with the little pond is so, so pretty. Adorable. You did a lovely job, and I'm definitely taking inspiration from you guys, honestly, because it's so, so cute. So we are going to move on to the next build now, and that one was by Sleepy Sims 50. And now we're moving on to Raw Law 8612. Is there a storyline? No, it's my story. Well, not story, but description. So we're going to move on to the next one. I really hope you guys are happy that I'm doing shell challenges again, because I did take a bit of a break from them because there was a lot of like drama online and I was just not having any of it. But I've really, really enjoyed this one and you guys have been really positive, and so far I'm loving the builds. So I will be doing another one. I'm probably going to do like a, oh, this is different. Oh, did it combine the two? I think it combined the two. Oh, we're still loading. We're still loading. That's why we're loading, because there's a lot going on. My goodness. That is a messy exterior. I love it. It's so more realistic than like anything I would come up with. I mean, when I do stuff like this and I do create it where it's a bit more real, I'm always a bit like, that is something that I probably wouldn't normally do. And then I'm like more proud of it because it is a bit more realistic. And this one is under 64 tiles, 64 zoo lane tiles, so that's always good. The roofing did a good job because I was like, how am I going to roof this? I promise you guys I will do a better job at making sure the roof aligns for the next one, because that was a me problem, so I do apologize. But this is cool. I really wish there was a story to go along with it, because I would love to know what the backstory of this is. But my goodness, that is so fun though. I love the broken wood. This item, right, I could not find it. I knew it existed and I couldn't find it, so props to you. I did find it eventually, but it did take me a minute. But this is all from Eco Lifestyle, if you guys are wondering. I don't know where that is from though. Obviously it's debug from somewhere, but that is super fun. The fact that this is all one piece is really cool, but the fact that you've added like extra bits around, I absolutely love this. I know there's one person who's been really wanting me to do the tour as well, so I really hope that you get to see your build in this video. And yeah, I'm loving it, honestly. This is so detailed. I absolutely adore this. This is something that I would spend probably like hours on. And I can see that you have spent a lot of time on it. We're going in the front door. Oh my goodness. I mean, I don't know whether this is functional. Okay, that's my only comment. Will this be functional? I'm not too sure. My gosh, that is that a knife? I love that it's supposed to be like medicine, baby powder, probably like a cupcake or sushi or something, and sprinkles, but it makes it very much look like it's something else, which we will not be discussing on stream. But you know what. So this is cool. I love that this is like, oh, I can never find these. And it is debug. If you tell me where you found this package, because I'm always looking for it and I can never find it, and it's very much annoying. But that is cute. Why have I never thought to do that? Why have I never thought to do that? I have done it with the other backpacks, like the, what's it called? The like original ones. Where are they? These ones. I have done it with these ones, but not with the cute little lamb one. That is adorable. So I haven't even moved through the house yet, and it's already really cute. I love the details of this and the, oh, it's really cool. It's just so much personality. Now we move on to the hallway. Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm hoping this house is like somewhat abandoned, but I really don't think it is. And I definitely know people who live like this. Maybe not as bad, but like not far off. And I've been watching a lot of those like compulsive cleaners clean like the hoarders' houses lately, and they're so bad. They like the people who don't clean, they're like, I haven't cleaned my oven in like a year, but you know, you don't eat off the oven, so it's fine. I'm like, girl, like, I mean, I understand when people have like mental health things where they like, they can't necessarily clean all the time. I completely respect that. However, it still needs to be addressed at some point for everyone's health and safety, quite literally. But when it's like they're completely fine and they just don't want to clean, I'm like, girl, I mean, at least clean your oven, at least clean like the surfaces. That's like the bare minimum. But anyway, look at all of these cups. There is a plenty. There's a cupcake. There's a dinosaur. Of course, there's a dinosaur. Why wouldn't there be a dinosaur? And then we have the bathroom. Oh my goodness. I don't know whether that was supposed to be there. Was that supposed to be there specifically? Obviously, that isn't functional. So I'm gonna mark points off for things that aren't functional. Because it would be great if they were functional. However, it is still very cool. And maybe that wasn't supposed to be there. Maybe it was supposed to be a bit higher. So maybe we'll let the person off. I'm joking. I just love your creativity. But yeah, there's a lot of like overlapping of items. So I don't think this would be playable, but you could definitely move stuff around to make it playable if you want to play it. My gosh. Oh my gosh. It's funny though, because so many people I know, which is not a good thing, have had rooms like this. Maybe not me as a 26-year-old now, but when I used to go to like friends' houses when I was little, or relatives that I no longer speak to, their properties were very much like this, and my house was the complete opposite. And I was like, I am very much glad that I don't live in this environment. But I mean, it seems very like loved, it doesn't seem too bad. But yeah, this is definitely like more realistic, and especially in British houses, I feel like, because a lot of the people that I know when I was younger had to share a room. I'm an only child, so I didn't have to share a room other than with my teddies. But I a lot of my friends had to share a room, and they would have to share with like an older brother or something, and they didn't like it, obviously. But they had a lot of like stuff like this where it would be very cramped. They'd have all of their like rosette, are they called rosettes, on the wall. Is that actually what it's called? Well, that's called a ribbon, but I think it is called a rosette. But anyway, a lot of this stuff on the wall. But then the polar opposite as well. I had a friend who was an only child, and she wasn't even allowed to put like blue tack on the wall. Her house, well, also a house, but her room was like an adult's room, and she was like 6. It was like depressing, bless her. But my room was covered in blue tack, and I had all of my drawings on the wall, and I used to play nursery with my teddies. And I had a whiteboard and like school books and stickers, and it was like a whole thing. So my room was it wasn't messy, it was just packed full of toys, which I was like so grateful for. But yes, it wasn't necessarily messy, but it was busy then, if you will. But this room definitely reminds me of like childhood friends' houses, and I love this. I love that they've got a lunchbox in here, and I never use that swatch. That's a nice colour. So that's always good. Also, I love when you like find different swatches that you don't necessarily always use, which is always good. We do have a teeny tiny bathroom over here as well, which I love. I love that we've got 2 bathrooms in here. Props to you. That was not easy to achieve. And I love that the floor plan is so different in everyone's houses, which is super fun. So we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We do have 8 in this house, so well done to that person for accomplishing that. Again, I don't know whether this is functional, okay? So some of the things in the house aren't functional. However, creativity, 50 out of 10. Very, very good. I love the creativity, and the fact that I haven't used that before. What is that from? Is that from Werewolves? Yes. What is the... Oh, it's that. Maybe that's why I haven't clicked it. But this is super cool. I absolutely love what you've done. It definitely gives me like realistic vibes from people I know. Just the best. And it's just very, very cool. I think you did a great job with it. I love the amount of detail that you've put in, and the fact that you've managed to... What is that from? Is that debug as well? That baby bath thing? That is so cool. And the fact that you've managed to fit 8 people in there. My only comment is the fact that it isn't functional. I don't think, anyway. Maybe it is, and I'm wrong. I could be wrong. But I don't think it is functional. But it is very cool, and I really would like it. And you did an amazing job, and you managed to fit 8 of them in there. So huge props to you. And the amount of detail and the time you took into this, that is crazy. You did a great job. I love it. So, and we are going to move on because I will literally be here forever otherwise, but amazing job. I love what you did. I think it's super cool. So moving on, we're now working on this one, and this is by Leah Lifelike. That's hard for a Welsh person to say, Leah Lifelike. So Again, props to you with the roofing, because my goodness, when I tried to roof my own build, I was like, no. The roofing was really hard and it took a while, but we got there, and you guys have done a great job with it so far, so props to you. Is the thing is, I think when there's a fence, it classes it as a wall, which is annoying. So technically, it's not a tiny home, but we all know that it is. What is this? It's a homework book. Is that supposed to be lurking? Who knows? I don't know. I'm really hoping my audio is working. I assume so. But anyway, we are checking out this one. So they've gone for a higher. No, they haven't gone for a higher wall height. That just looks really big. Maybe it's the windows. That was crafty. I love the aesthetic of this. It's got like a really cute little cozy vibe. I definitely would build more like this if I was to do it, which I did do a version. I haven't actually shown you guys my version. Did I even upload it? I might not have even uploaded it. Look at me, I can't even upload my own build. I did do it, but I haven't uploaded it yet. Of course I haven't. I never upload to the gallery. People are always like, I can't find it on the gallery. I'm like, am I lovely? I know I'm just rubbish at the gallery uploads, okay? So if there is anything that you guys want like immediately uploaded, do let me know. I'm just really rubbish at uploading to the gallery. I do apologise. But, anywho, we are going to tour the outside first. Was there a story? I didn't check if there was a story. Did I? Was there a story? Did I just completely... There is a story. My bad. I apologise. Welcome to your average college experience. Pros of the accommodation. You'll meet 7 new friends or enemies. Oh, goodness. The size of your rooms will make sure you'll end up as either, full stop. That was a sentence. The campus, only 33 miles away. The bathroom sink is in the kitchen. Brings you great extra steps. Dining room outside. Oh, goodness. You're supposed to touch more grass anyways. Cons don't exist. Gosh. College Hell is the name of it. So this is a college dorm, I assume, which is really fun. I love that the outside appears as if like everything's perfect. Everything's fine and dandy. 2 seconds. What is this? I had a thing pop up. What is that? I do apologise. Not a clue. I had a thing come up in my notifications on Twitch, which I haven't done this in a while. I like stream every now and again, but I mostly record off camera, and I don't really edit when I record. I kind of just do speak, so I don't know why I never really live stream. Because I don't edit that much anyway. I just talk. But anyway, this is really cool. Welcome in if you're just coming in as well. We are in the middle of the shelters. We're on the 4th house, I think, or not necessarily house, but building. I love the entryway. God, I love the flag. Love the color of the door. Got a thing for green. I love green. I don't really know why, but I love that it is very like college dorm. It reminds me of the middle. I don't know whether you guys have seen the middle. I think it's so cool. Not cool, that's the wrong word, but fun. This is cool. I love that. How you can like go around this way or this way. That's fun. That's something I wouldn't have thought of, which I love. That's the whole point of these, is that I get to learn of you guys, because that's really cool. I would never have thought to do that. And this is one of the bedrooms. I love the lights. It's definitely giving college vibe. And the fact that they probably have to share a room as well. Gotta love that. I love the aesthetic, and this this table. Also, there may be some stuff from the maker packs which I don't have. So if there's any items that you have seen, like say this is your build, I'm not saying this specific one as an example, but say you've seen me tour your build and some of the items aren't there, it's because I don't own all of the maker packs. I own a couple of them, but not all of them. I do own all of the like in-game packs, but not all of the maker packs, if that makes sense. So if there is anything, I'm sorry, I just don't own it. So it's not your fault. I can't see it because I don't have it. So this room is cool. It's very different. I love the aesthetic of these curtains. The drapes are very, very nice. I really like that. I bet the people in this room are like, how come you got the single room? Like, why do we have to share? And then we have a little bathroom in here, which is from the front door, which is very fun, which they did fit in a shower and a toilet. And like they said, they have to go to the kitchen to wash their hands around here. And then we have another bedroom over here, which is very aesthetically pleasing. I love that. That is very pretty. How many people can we fit in? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is very cool. Very well done. But this room is very nice. I don't know what room I would stay in. I mean, if I had to share a room, I prefer this one, I think. I think I'd like dibs on this bed, but I like this room. I really like the drapes. I really like the aesthetic of this house, and I really, really like this. It's something I wouldn't have thought to do, so props to you. That is very cool. I really love that though, and the fact that you've got a storyline attached to it as well, a huge pro. That is very, very cool. I don't know what else to say really. I just really like it. Really like the vibe. It's not something I would have thought of, I guess, which is why I really like it, because when I do these shell challenges, that's the best part of it. Sorry, I knocked my mic then, just readjusting my socks. I've got my fluffy socks on today, guys, because I am cold. And I text my fiance, I was like, it's really cold today. He's like, it's literally 20 degrees. I was like, well, it wasn't this morning and I'm still cold, okay? So I'm inside making content and I'm a bit chilly. And I actually have had the radiator on, but don't tell him. Because it's cold in my opinion. It probably isn't outside if you're working, obviously, like in the sun, but sat here, I'm a bit cold. But anyway, we're going to move on now because I will be here all day, like I've said, but that is a very, very lovely build. I just love all of them. Like, I don't want to move on because I still want to, like, look at every little detail, but if I keep doing that for everyone's, then I will be here all day. But I'm really trying to go through everyone's build because you all spent so much time on it. Oh, these are cool. We got those in a login event. There's just so much to it. But anyway, I'll have to move on. So I do apologise if I'm going a tad quick, but I am trying to do everybody's because there are like 23 or something. Okay, so the next one is by Coral 30 Sims. I love the name Coral. My nan's best friend when she was little was called Coral. And I used to call my, I don't know whether anyone else had them, but Sylvanian families, I used to call some of my Sylvanians Coral. I think it's a really nice name. I probably wouldn't name a child it, but I think it's pretty. But anyway, this is Coral's build, and she said, I accidentally did it the wrong way around. LOL, we have 2 parents, a boy infant, twin children, girl and boy, teen girl, boy, toddler, and a dog. Hope that counts. You binged my videos while making it. Well, thank you so much. And you love me in my videos. That's really sweet. Thank you so much. I really hope that you get to see this video. I am really looking forward to seeing what you've done. I love you guys. Honestly, it's been so nice lately. The fact that we're really like close to already reaching 13,200 of you guys is crazy. Like, how did that ever happen? I can't believe we're already there. That's just insane to me. And we have been doing this for 4 years now, which is insane. My game just crashed. Of course it did. Gotta love that. We're gonna load in again. We're looking at a black screen right now. Why did it go? Probably because I keep refreshing all of the builds. It just gave up, and the gallery's been a bit of a delight lately. Of course, we know that. It'll take a minute, probably. It should work in a second, but is it gonna load? I'm gonna change. Back to Sims 4. Is it working yet? No, it's still loading. Just bear with me a moment, guys. Technical problems, technical problems. It's still not working. There's always something. Oh, do we have liftoff? Back to Sims 4. Well, it's loading. It should work, but it hasn't. Maybe because it did crash. Every time I do anything with technology. Oh, we're back. We're back. We're here. It's working. Okay. And breathe. I hate when stuff like that happens. There's always some sort of drama. I don't know why I did that. Although the gallery, we all know how the gallery is, and it's not the best. There's been some improvements and some not improvements, whatever the alternative of that is. But I don't know. I think maybe the buyout changed a couple of things, and we have had quite a lot of updates. So that's obviously been a bit of a fun time, if you will. But yeah, we've got quite a lot to get through, so I'm gonna go a little bit quicker because I want to get through all of your builds, and I have about an hour and 20 to do it. So I am going to do my best to get through everybody's. So I do apologise if some of them are a little bit shorter. It's nothing personal. I just have a small window, and I really wanted to do it today because I don't want to leave you guys waiting over the weekend, and I don't really do this on the weekend. I do make content behind the scenes, but usually I'm like doing other, human things on the weekends. So I wanted to do it today because I didn't want to leave you guys waiting another weekend, because it is a week today that it did end. Well, actually, no, I'm lying. It's tomorrow. Anyway, it's taking its sweet time. It's so annoying. I hope you guys are doing well though. Obviously, no one's like actually speaking. So, I have no one to chit chat to. I think somebody is watching, but I don't know because I'm not looking at the screen currently. It didn't save it at all, so I love that for me. But I mean, I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Sorry, choked on air. We are going to go back into the property that I was on. I need to place her down. What was her name again? It was something pretty, but I can't remember what it was. Janelle? Yeah, I like that name. Don't know how I know that name, because I don't know anybody called Janelle, but I know someone called Janae, which is also a pretty name, but not Janelle. Anyway, I'm going to just do this quickly. Do bear with me. Ignore me momentarily. I've got a... I don't have to, but whenever I do, like, screenshots, I usually do this so that she needs to change out of her work uniform as well. We're gonna change the weather to clear skies, because it's really annoying when you're doing tours and everything a bit dull, so I'm gonna make it a tad more sunny. Okay, I'm gonna save it quickly because I don't want to have to do that all again if it does crash. Hopefully it won't, but that's the problem with being live. You can't edit these things out because these things do happen and it's very annoying. But it is what it is. There's not much you can do about it, so just gotta crack on. But yeah, it's saving, and then we will get back on to the build. Did that not upload? Honestly, technology's being a right so-and-so today. Give me 2 seconds just to check something, because I don't think it uploaded when it was supposed to. Did it? Oh, it did. Okay, that's fine. Somebody followed me a while ago as well, so thank you to that person. 2 seconds. I'm waiting to hear back from like a really important email as well, and they haven't replied yet, and I'm a bit like on edge. I need them to reply, but they're not, so that's great. But not much I can do. Okay, right. I'm almost done. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize that somebody commented. For some reason it didn't come up. That's really annoying. Why didn't that work? For some reason I can't ever see like my chat box. Someone did say something. Why is it doing that? If someone does come in, can someone say something in the chat, because I haven't been able to see it until now, and someone put hearts earlier and I didn't see it, so sorry to that person. I literally haven't seen it until just now. But anyway, I do apologise. We are going to go back on to the whatever it's called, my own shell challenge. Hopefully it won't crash this time. We were on this one. We're on Corals. I mean, technically the dog doesn't count as like an 8 sim, but I mean it does. It does kind of. It's fine. Right. Oh, I also realized I have 555 followers, so thank you to those people, considering I never stream, so that is pretty good. Thank you very much. Okay. He literally looks like he's like... I want to feel his level of happy, you know? Oh, right. This is Coral's build. Was it Coral? Honestly. Yes. It was. We had a lot of children in this build, didn't we? There's a lot going on. Right. So the building is back to front, which she said, I think, but who cares? We can rotate it. Magic. Sorted. So this is the cute little build. It is adorable. I love that they've got bikes outside for all the kids, and it's a cute little deck area, little chairs and table, and a monkey bars. Love it. And 2 seconds. Right, we are moving on into the build. So when we first come in, we have a dining room and a cat bowl, or a dog bowl. Sorry, it was a dog, wasn't it? It was a dog bowl. Is it working now? I don't know. Sometimes my stream's been a bit glitchy on my phone, so when I'm like trying to see what you guys are saying or such, it doesn't always show me. So I am sorry to anyone. Can someone say something in the chat to see if I can see it, because I don't know whether I can see it, and whenever anyone says anything in the past, I can never see what you say. So if there is anyone who's willing to just put like an emoji, even you don't have to say anything, but just if I can see it, because I haven't been able to. Anyway, so this is the little dining room. And then we have the kitchen and the lounge over here. That is a very interesting setup and not something I would have done, which is cool because I love that kind of thing. Very nice aesthetic of the kitchen. I never use these items either, so it's cool to see. Welcome in everyone who's here. Can someone put something in the comments to see if I can see that you guys are typing, because I don't know. And it's stressing me in case you are speaking and I'm ignoring you, not intentionally, but potentially. So we have a cute little bedroom. The question is, can I get through that gap? Hopefully. I'm not too sure though. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then obviously the dog is the 8th member of the family. This is a cute little build. I love this dog mat. I think it's adorable. We've got a nice bathroom. I also always do this with like the glass, where I like shimmy it into the corner, so it's kind of clipping, but it looks like the bar is on the wall, because you wouldn't really have it on like a plastic. I mean, maybe you would. You probably would, but I just never do it like that. And then we have the dining room. I love that we've got a dining room. I never managed to fit dining rooms in, so props to you for including one, because I never include them because I can never fit them in. And then we have a cute little lounge over here. So that is a very lovely build, and I really like the floor plan that you did, because mine is completely different. So props to you. That is very, very cute, and I really, really like it. So thank you for doing my challenge. I think it is very sweet, but I am going to have to move on because I will be here all day. But very well done to you. I really, really like that. I think this person uploaded their build twice. I don't know whether I was supposed to view this one instead. Maybe there was a reason. I'm not sure, but we're gonna skip past that one because we already did that first. I apologize if they are not the same and I did the wrong one, but anyway. So this is by eRead93, and there is a story. I've got to love a story. So this cute family is occupied by the Honorary family. Mrs. Honorary takes care of her 7 kids after her husband's disappearance. Ooh, suspicious. Her 2 teens share with their 4 younger brothers, twin kids, and twin toddlers, while her young daughter sleeps with her. However, things seem to be falling apart as her eldest transgender daughter, why can't I speak, seems to be growing more distant, and her husband is closer than her children think. Ooh, the suspicion. What is really happening with the Honorary family? Oh my goodness, what is happening? Will we find out? Who knows? But this is an exciting one, and I love that you included a transgender sim. I really need to include more like walks of life, honestly. I mean, I'm trying to do it a bit more with my like really run down apartments, which is a lot of fun. Now, technically, because of the fence, it doesn't class as a tiny build, but I don't really care, so it's fine. This is really cool. She's like looking at the sky, like it looks like she's looking at a plum bob, like, why is it green? I'm actually livid. I really love this. I love this planter box. Not planter box, I'm on about. I mean, technically it's got a planter box. This mailbox looks like a little house, which is adorable. Okay, so she's got a lot of children. Her husband's disappeared. She's a transgender daughter. There's a lot going on, and I love that. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Right, you come in the front door, kitchen with some baked goods. What is that from? Is that debug? No? Oh, I have never seen that before. Why have I never seen that item? That is cool. Very good use of the item, which I've never seen before. This is a cute little kitchen. Love that. Then we have a big open lounge space with toys and a baby playmat. It feels very family orientated, and it's so different than the other builds as well. Every single one of them is so different. I love it. And then we have the kids' room. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8. I mean, technically 9. There's 9 beds, technically. You could fit 9 in here, so props to you. The kids' room is very busy. There's a lot going on, and of course the transgender daughter as well. Love that. And this is so the polar opposite, which is really fun. And the kids' corner with all of their little wall decals and their night light. It is so, so cute. So amazing job. Oh, it's so cute. Love it. And there's just so much detail. Everyone's got such cool ideas. I absolutely love it. Is this a memorial thing? That's sad. That took a turn. Maybe she thinks the husband might have passed. Does she like him? Does she not like him? I have so many questions, you know? I love that there's this in the room as well. Maybe she's like honouring her daughter. Well, not honouring, she's still alive, but you know what I mean? She's proud of her daughter then. And then we have a bathroom with all of their robes on the wall. Love that. Their dressing gowns. I don't know why I said robe. I don't think I've ever said robe in my life. So, so cute. And we have a very nice clean bathroom. I love that it's like the polar opposite of the other builds we've been looking at. I don't think we've got, oh, we do have a back door to go into the garden. We've got this thing for marbles. Oh, that is really pretty. That's really, really nice. And in the dark, we've got the little lantern tree. How adorable is that? That is so, so pretty. And then we do have a pool over here, which is cute. And I really like this as well. And of course, it's rainbow for the daughter, or just because the kids like rainbows. And this is just really cute. It's got a very nice vibe to it. It feels very peaceful. We've got a barbecue. There's a lot going on. It feels very family orientated, and you managed to fit in enough for 9 Sims. So that was crazy. So well done. That is lovely. But I will have to move on now because I, again, will be here all day. But I really, really like it. I really like the vibe, and I really like the item in particular. So thank you for showing me that that exists. I'll probably never see it again. So let's just check what department it was from. The miscellaneous decor. Okay, right. I'm going to save because I don't want it to crash. And if it does crash, I don't want to have to reload everything, so love that for me. Is it still all recording is the question, because I can't actually see right now, like, I'll have, like, no data on the computer by the time I finish doing all of this, but love it. Right, we are going to bulldoze it, because if I keep, like, overlaying them, I think that's what was making it glitch before. Let's just hope anyway, but who knows? I don't know. Right. 2 seconds. Okay, right. Moving on, we're now going to check out, gosh, how many have we got left? Quite a few. This is Anphily 06. This is my description. There isn't a storyline. I don't know why it always says I don't have some of the items included. It says you own everything used in this item while it tells me that I need to download the items. Of course it does, because the gallery is so fun. We all love the gallery, right? For some reason it's rotated the other way, I think. Oh, it's on the side. Okay, anyway. There isn't a garden, so that is one thing. But there's nothing to judge on. There was no storyline, so I'm not really sure who it's for, but really cute. I don't think that is functional. It might be. It very well might be, but I don't think that's functional. So yeah. That is cute. Cute little nook. We've got a little bedroom in here with a computer and a potty, so that's 2 Sims. And then we go through to the kitchen. I love that they've put a pot on. Oh, is there a... They've done that. That's cool. That was my own fault. I moved the pot over. I do apologise. How very dare I move the pot, but I think this is really cute. And the fact that we've got these doors as well. I never use these doors, and I always think I should use them, and then I forget they exist. So, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to myself that I don't use them. They're really cute. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we do have 8 Sims fitting in here, which is really cool. And I really like this door. That door is adorable. Adorable. That was cringe. That is stuck on the back of the door. That's so cute. Why do I never use it? And this little cupboard I really, really like as well, which is from the, what is it called? The camping one. Why can't I not think of the name? Adventure Awaits, that's the one. Although I don't really like Adventure Awaits as a pack because one of the worst people on the internet made a house for that pack. So that's the only downfall. But other than that, it's a good pack. I don't use it all that often though because I don't really send them to camp, but I do like the items. And it was a lot of fun building a camp when it first came out. So anyway, I really like these doors though. I really need to use them more. And I'm assuming this is like the boys' room and then this is the girls' room. But I'm not sure. Maybe it's like a single parent with an infant or something. I'm not really sure the setup, but I really like it. And it was a really, really cool little build. Oh, and the bathroom. I hadn't gone in the bathroom. My bad. There's a window. That's cool because it's like fuzzy glass, and that's clever. Never really thought of it like that actually. But anyway, I like this. I think this is really pretty. I just hope this is functional. I'm not too sure if it is, but it might be, and I might be wrong. But I love the little details. I like this in particular, and I do often do this with the cupboards. But if you do want to place it without having to do that with the cupboard, you can like alt place it, but you might be on console. I'm not sure what the limitations are for console players specifically for alt placing, but that is a very lovely build. Amazing job. Again, everyone's done so good so far. I was not expecting anyone's to not be good, but I love looking at your guys' builds. I think they're super fun. There's no story in particular, but there is a description, and this person is by Ellie Rose 870. Now this one, I thought that the person had originally gone off-grid, not literally, but I thought they had done something a little bit different and hadn't actually followed the shell in particular, but they have, so props to you. Also saying I have a new follower, but I don't know whether I did. Unless it was the person who followed earlier. I still don't know whether my chat's working, so if you have said anything and I haven't responded, I'm sorry. But I'm hoping it's working and just no one's saying anything. But I'm not too sure. Anyway, so this is, what was her name? Was her name something Rose? Was it not Lily Rose? Was it Lily Rose? Ellie Rose. How very dare I forget. Ellie Bell is my main Sims name. Now I thought they'd originally like had 2-story and maybe like duplicated the build, but no, they didn't. They made it the tall wall. How cool is that? I absolutely love this. I love what you've done with this. This is probably one of my favorite aesthetically looking builds in my shell challenge. So props to you. I think this is really cool. And again, I love that you've got like active plants that you've actually played in this house. I really love that. It has more personality, I think, in my non-expert opinion. And I really like this. And I always use these pillars. So great job. We've got these cute little chairs, we've got a little bonfire. I love that you've curved it as well. It definitely gives it more personality with curves in my opinion. We've got a cute little pool, we've got a bar, and I love that you've added that. That's really fun. And we've got a darts board. My fiance would love that. I swear, if we ever have like a massive area of like unused space, he's gonna have like pool and darts, and I'm gonna be like in my room crocheting. But anyway, there wasn't a storyline for this house. I'm not sure what the story is, but how cool is this? This is really clever. I love what you've done with the like levels. That is super fun. So we're going to count. So we've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So you did fit 8 Sims in, which is jolly good. What are these? They are, oh, that's cool. They're actual artwork that your Sim has painted. That is very clever. I really like that. That might be off the gallery. It might not have been yours specifically, but if it was, that's cool. But either way, that's fun. I love this though. That's very clever how you've done that to fit more in. But it's technically not fit in more in because you haven't added walls, but it's just a very creative way of like managing the space. So props to you. That is very, very cool. And this one as well. That's very nice. You did fit in 8 Sims as well, which is cool. And you know, kind of the point. I really like this as well. I probably wouldn't have ever thought to do this, but I think it's really fun and it matches in with this room. And this character in particular gives me very much like old school Sims on DS vibes. So yeah, Gotta love it. Did anyone else like start Sims on the DS? I just think it was a lot of fun. I love this. This is really, really cute. I really like what you've done with it. And we do have a bathroom as well, which I forgot to look in. And it's green. I don't love this colour green. My nan's bathroom used to be similar to this colour green. She also didn't like it. Now it's very much white. But this colour, I mean, it's similar, but it's kind of like more of a like diluted version of that colour. But I think they look nice together. This build is very, very nice. And I like the vibe. And you've got a cat on the wall, so extra points for the cat. I love it. And it's green. And of course it's green. Maybe you did that because you know I like green. Maybe. But it's very lovely. I love what you've done with this. And again, I will have to move on because I will be here for hours, but it is a very lovely build and I really like the exterior in particular. I thought that was very cool. And when I originally saw it, I thought that you'd gone and done like 2 layers, but you didn't. So you tricked me in a good way. So this is by Sariella21. Sorry if I'm saying any of these names wrong. I probably am, but it's not intentional. So I hope you can forgive me. But yes, we are going to move on to the next one now. I've now been doing this for an hour and we're not even halfway through, which is why I was going to do it on YouTube, but I thought I would do it on here because I haven't done one in a while. Oh, this is fun. There wasn't a storyline for this one, I don't think, was there? It's probably going to glitch again because I keep clicking on it. No, there wasn't a story. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to save it again quickly because I don't want it to crash and I don't really know why it did crash. Probably because of the gallery, but I'm going to have to like look in my not my notes, but in like my crash folder of why it crashed because it shouldn't have done that. It could be a data problem, hopefully not. But who knows at this point, who knows. So we've got a really nice little garden. Again, there's not a particular storyline. I assume there's kids that live here because of the bikes, but who knows. The garden, how cute is this? This is adorable. I love that we've got a little like step up. And again, darts, guys, you're trying to kill me off. Sorry, my audio must have been funny then. I was very engrossed. Darts. Love it. Not really. I can't stand darts. My fiance loves it. We're very, very polar opposites in terms of hobbies. I'll sit there with my crochet hooks and he will be playing darts. Very different interests. And then we have this cute little outside area that is so lovely. I really like the color scheme. Again, you did green. You guys must know I really like green. And the cute little play area. I really, really love this in particular as well because it's just adorable. And it was something that I loved when I was little, when you'd go to like splash pads. I mean, we didn't really have them because we're British and it's always raining, but the places that did have them on the off occasion it was sunny was always good. And we've got this little rain catcher thing. I love it. There's a lot going on here. Okay, so on the inside, this is so different again to everyone else's. I love it. Okay, I don't know whether that's functional. Okay, so these are my only comments. Some of these builds might not be functional, which in an ideal world they would be, but nonetheless, this is very, very pretty. And you could easily resolve that. You know, you could put that's, if you moved that to there, that would be resolved. So it's, you know, easy fixes. This is really cute. I really love this. How adorable is that? And the detail of this. Although I have found that when I have these on like stacked up on a counter, if I move something else, it'll delete them. Anyone else found that? I find it really annoying. And again, technically it's not a tiny home because you've got, is it a fence? Because you've got a fence, but I will not class that as breaking the rules because I'm not going to. Because you didn't add any walls and that was the whole rules. This bathroom is cool. There's a lot of plants going on. There's a lot of greenery. Gotta love the greenery. Love me some green and white. So props to you. Love that. Then we have a cute little room. That isn't functional is my other comment because the ladder is here. So that's another thing. Technically this bed isn't in use now. But amazing build nonetheless. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Obviously pull this down, but that isn't functional. And this cute little corner, I love that. That is so cute. I love it when you guys include plants with stuff. It just makes everything seem more cozy. Then we have this lovely room over here. I love the aesthetic of this room. It feels very calm. I think that navy blue's got a very like naturally like calm vibe to it. It's got like a, I guess it's like an evening kind of color, but anyway, very, very lovely. Very, very nice. And then back to the main lounge. We've got the other sofa bed situation. There's a lot going on in this house. I love that it's so chaotic in all of them in very different ways. Very well done. I really, really like it. And I love the colour scheme. You guys are doing really well with the colour scheme. And I love that you spent so much time and detail on this. I really wish I could spend more time praising you guys because they're all so lovely. But I really don't have the time to spend going through every single one of them. But I really wanted to. That's the problem, is why I wasn't going to. But I'm a sucker, so I am anyway, because they're all so pretty and I just love them, and this bit in particular. There's so much to look at. I'd be here all day if I went through every detail, but you guys are doing a brilliant job, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what you guys come up with next time, because I'm going to do another one soon. So anyway, this is by Lay KG66. Also, amazing build, last one. All of them are brilliant. I really love them so far. I realised I moved on a bit quickly then. But we do have a description. Looking for a fun day in the country? Come visit our family farm where fresh food, friendly animals and unforgettable memories come together. That is so cute. We've got like a completely different vibe for this one. So we're going to go and take a look-see. I love these builds, honestly. I haven't done shell tours in forever, so it's nice to have a little bit of a look at what you guys have come up with. Oh, this was done on a bigger property. Okay. Right, I'll do that at the end then, because we don't have a big enough lot. Okay, we're going to go to this one. I will come back to that person. This is by Boaina? I don't know. This is their entry. A small cluttered house for a family of 8 or 7 with a dog. In Oasis Springs, it requires quite a bit of fixing. You can move in right away. Everything has been tested and is functional. Well, thank you very much. That is always good. We've got to love a functional property. That is wonderful. Right. We are going to have a little bit of a look. Oh, kicked something again. I'm always kicking something. Okay. So, love that we've got a meat bed out front. That's not a sentence you say very often. A meat bed, gotta love it. Now the outside, there's a lot of personality. This is meant for Chestnut Ridge, so it's a bit more deserty, but I am doing it in Newcrest, so the aesthetic is nothing wrong with the person that has created it. It's simply where I've chosen to place the build. This is cool as well. I love this. I'd love a place like this, honestly. Just lay there and like look at the stars. That's really cool. Okay, right. I apologise if you could hear that in the background. Someone slammed a door very loudly. Unless it was the wind. Although it's not very windy. But we are looking at their cute little lounge. Again, is this probably is functional. They said it was functional, so maybe it is functional and I'm just being stupid. This is really cool. I love that it's completely different to the other builds. I love that that's like a divider between the rooms. Love it. How cool is this? And I've been using these quite a lot lately, actually, these chairs, in my rundown build. So nice to see someone else using them. And where is that from? That is cool. Is there a... How do you make it look? Okay. I should have used that, so you've given me a tip for when I'm doing one of my builds. I don't have to just use this really gross one now. I can make them look a bit better with some green. I see that you guys have used quite a lot of green as well, so maybe you do know me more than I realise you do, because I love me some green. Let's have a look though. So we've got some tools on the wall. There's a lot going on. I love this. Look how pretty that is as well. And then we've got a little crib. How cute is that little nook? That is adorable. And we've got some storage boxes. This is really cool. And this is one of the gross beds as well, so that's really a good extra element. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and where is the other room? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is cool. I love that. And I love that you've got a curtain for the door. That is so cool. I really like this build that is very, very creative. There's a lot going on. It's so cool. And then the kitchen is probably my favourite room, I think, but they're all really pretty, and I love this little corner. And then we do have a bathroom as well, which is like, what are these sheets called? I can't think what they're called. Metal sheets. Oh, but there's a lot of personality in this house. I love that this is the divider. I think this is maybe my favourite bit, is the divider between the two. Very clever. There's a lot of personality and a lot of creative thought went into all of them, to be honest, but I love very specific elements of each one of them. I couldn't like pinpoint one which I love more at the minute. They're all very different in their own way, but in a really good way. That's so cool that you did a really good job. I really love this as well. I love seeing items that I never use and thinking, wow, that was a really cool way to use the item. It's just so creative. So huge well done. And you managed to fit 8 of them in, so that's always good. But we are going to move on to the next one, but that is really, really cool. Right, we will get back to that bigger plot at some point, but I am going to try and be a bit quicker because we still have 11 builds to go. Is this one on a, this is also a big lot. Okay, we'll save that one as well. So we've got this one and this one to go back to. Okay, we're gonna move on to Pink Lady 1203. This is what was I gonna say? No idea. Right, let's have a little look then, shall we? I should just turn on move objects because every single time it loads it's saying it because I don't have it turned on. But oh well, this is a really cute little cottage. She's still looking up at her plum bob like it's still green. This is lovely. Look at that little pergola. I love that. I really love this aesthetic in general. It's just, I don't use it enough, honestly. I think when I like look at your guys' builds, it really inspires me to build because there's so many like creative options that I just don't do. And I love that as well. It's very lived in. Right, there isn't a particular storyline, I don't think, so we're just gonna have a little look. How cute is this? This is adorable. And I love this item. I use it in virtually everything. This is so, so sweet. I love the red. I never use red, so it's very nice to see a very different colour scheme than what I would choose. And the fact that it's with white as well, so that's really cool. Love that. And then we have the first bedroom, which is for the girlies, I assume. We've got, ooh, where is this mat from? That is really pretty. What is this from? Oh, it's that one. It's very nice. I haven't actually used that particular swatch, so well done for that. We've got 1, 2, 3. We've got the boys from over here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You did fit 8 in as well, so huge props to you. How cool is that? That isn't functional though, is my only comment. That won't be usable, so that's a little bit of a, yeah. Some of these builds aren't functional, which is upsetting because I would like them all to be functional so that we could all enjoy them, but they're still really creative nonetheless, and they would be a really easy fix. If you wanted to make it functional, you just delete the item. So they're really simple fixes. How cute is this bathroom? This is like really adorable, and I love what you've done with that as well. That is so creative. That is really cool. Really, really like that. And this matches so nicely. Love, love, love. And again, I'm sure there are some items that I don't have that are, maybe they're like replacements, because I don't own all of the maker packs, and I know that is from a maker pack, but I'm not sure that that was the free one. So I do apologise if there are any items that I don't have that you have actually put in your builds. This is so creative. There's so much going on, and I love that you've individually placed this item on here as well. It's so pretty. You've really, really thought this out, and there's so much detail going on. It's so lovely. I really, really like it. And you did manage to fit 8 of them in there. And the fact that we've got a girls' room and a boys' room, we've got loads of toys and like colour and stuff. It definitely feels very like child orientated in their rooms, which is really lovely. And then the parents' room is very, very aesthetically pleasing, and it matches the bathroom and the rest of the house really nicely. So huge props to you. And I really like the pergola. I just think that is a really nice finishing touch. So that was glorious. I'm going to have a really hard time picking specific like title awards for each one because they're all so pretty in their own way. But I'm loving them so far. We are coming to nearly a close, to be honest, though, which is crazy. Okay, so the next one is by Tamsin Eb. Tamsineb? I'm not sure how you pronounce it, so I do apologise. But we are moving on to the next build. I'm just going to check something on my phone very, very quickly. Do bear with me. I know that not many people will see this particular stream because not everyone is online at this time of day because this obviously suits me British hours, but a lot of my followers are American. That's the word. Anywho. 2 seconds. Do bear with. Okay, sorry about that. Right, this one, how cute is that? We've got a cute little pond. Love that. Lots of bikes. I assume there's lots of children. A cute little swing, a very nice outdoor area, and it's got a back door as well, so that's always good. And the roof, you did a good job, because again, it was not easy to roof this build, so I really like what you did with the pillar, because I had to also do something like that to make it look less strange. And again, a completely different floor plan. Love it. So we've got a big open hallway with lots of shoes and coats, because of course there would be with that many children, some magazines, some books, and some games, and then we've got this cute little room. This is really clever. This is the kitchen, and then we also have the lounge as well. It's got a really nice colour scheme, not something I would have thought to do, but it really works. I really like this, and the fact that we've got this by the TV. It's got like a bar kind of feel, but like in a good way. And then we've got a room over here, which is for two of them. We've got a bathroom with a shower. We don't have a bath for the toddler, but it was really hard to fit in. I completely understand. Then we've got the parents' room, so we've got 4 Sims that fit in here so far. And then we've got the other 4 in this room as well. So it's very tightly squeezed, but it works. It's very difficult to fit that many Sims in. I hate it when it does this as well. This would really annoy me if it was me watching someone else like tour my build. This happens way too often when the color of the wall from that side goes to that side. I completely feel you on that. It drives me crazy. It does it way too often, but this is really pretty. I really like it. There's a lot going on. You managed to fit everyone in. It's got a lot of personality, and it's just really cute. And I really like this, like the rooms are very different, which is nice. I really love looking at your guys' work, honestly. There's like so much personality behind each and every one of them, and I take a lot of inspiration from you guys as well. And I like the hallway. I think the hallway is my favourite bit because it's just very chaotic. So that is wonderful. I am going to move on because I really do not have a lot of time, and I really want to tour everybody's because I'm being too ambitious, and I can't just look at some of them when you guys have put so much time into it. So we are moving on now to, is there enough space to place this, hopefully? This is by Pink Meltdown, me. They do have a description. Joe and Jan are anything but conventional, so they decided to buy an old daycare to turn it into their cozy home for their family of 8, with twin boys and quadruplet daughters. It's a tight fit, but the lot is complete with a playground, tiny garden, and an entertainment space that they turned into a movie hangout and outside kitchen. That's so cool. There are still touches of the former daycare left behind, yet it still feels like a home. That is really cool. Right, we're gonna have a look at this. Okay, a couple of the items have been removed because they're probably from the marketplace thing, which I don't have, which is annoying. But not much I can do about it. I mean, I could buy them, but some of them I don't necessarily want. So if there are items missing, it's not that you haven't included them, it's just I don't have them. So this is really cool, and technically it would be sideways. It's my own fault that it is this direction, because this is a lot I'm using. It's nothing against the creator. How cute is this? This is adorable. Love the butterflies. Love the little like sections here. It definitely feels very like lived in and thought out. The back garden. This is so pretty. I absolutely love this. The back garden is really lovely. I really love this as well. Cute little garden. It's got like such a cute little vibe, and you can tell that it used to be a daycare. Look at this. How cute is that? You really put a lot of thought into it, and it seems very like lived in and very family, cute and cozy vibe. I think this is adorable. What do you guys think? It's so pretty in my opinion. And the cute little plants. Love it. I love that they're individually placed as well. That is so cool. The little carrots. Okay, right, we're gonna have a look inside. This is the front door. We've got a drop-down bed from Tiny Living. We've got some decorative stuff by the door. It's very pink. Love it. So, I think 1 sim can fit on there, maybe 2. I'm not too sure. And we've got a kitchen in here. That is really cute. Love that you've got like a little counter so you can get through the door. We've got our sink. We've got a mini fridge and a microwave. That is adorable. And we've got a little bathroom. Very peachy. And it's cream and pink. For some reason that came out as peachy. And then we have, I love that they've still got like the bathroom sign on the door because of the daycare. And then we've got the kids room, and it's very cute. How adorable is this room? I really like the aesthetic. And again, green. You guys just know me with my green. That is so, so cute. And the little butterfly catcher, the caterpillar thing, that is so cute. And we've got another room over here, which is very pink. That is so pretty. This is something that I would create for my family. I think it's really adorable. So we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do we have any others? Is there 6 beds? 7, 8 would be this one, I think, but I don't know whether 2 Sims can fit on there. We're going to assume 2 Sims can fit on there, but I'm not 100% sure. But that is really cute. You did a really good job at that. I really, really like this build. I think it's got like a really nice aura to it, and the pink, it's so, so pretty. Love it. You did a really good job, and I really like the aesthetic on the outside. This bit in particular, it gives me like a very nostalgic vibe to when I was younger. My nan had like a big, well, she lived in like a manor house basically, and this reminds me of that. I used to play with this bubble machine when I was little, me and my cousin, and the smell of like the bubbles and like the rain, I don't know, it just reminds me of that. But that is really, really cute, and I really like the outside as well. And I think it's a really cool storyline, the fact that it used to be like a kid's playground, and this reminds me a bit of like Toy Story. Used to be a daycare, sorry, not a playground. It definitely has that vibe to it, and I really love that you kind of like look like you've renovated it. That's really, really lovely. Lovely renovations. Overall, really, really gorgeous, really well done. I love the detail, really, really pretty. I think it's adorable. Okay, I'm gonna have to move on because I'll be here all day. Right, next one. We're getting close, guys. We've got like 9 left. Okay, this is L Marshall 332. And they've put, this little house used to be a little cottage that this single mum bought after her husband left her. God bless her. They used to live in a large home, but when her husband left, he took the house and left her all the kids from the age of 5 months to 13. Gosh, all girls. This master bed is a bit empty because they just moved. Was there anything? Okay, maybe that was a glitch on that bit, but we'll have a look. Imagine having that many children, and then your husband does a runner, and then you're left. Bless her. I should probably save those, shouldn't I? Because it'll probably glitch again. So bear with me. Okay, apparently I also don't have items in this house, so gotta love that. Yeah, I don't own all of the maker packs, so that's why they won't all appear. So I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Okay. And we're back. So cute little outside, very lovely entrance. I love the, like, what are they called? Roof trim, that's the one. I love this bike. I think it's really cute. It reminds me of Sylvanian families. We don't have a back garden, but that's okay. Right, we're gonna look inside. So there's a lot of girls. This is really cute. I love the aesthetic. I've already seen that room. That is so, so cute. Everything's pink and white. Of course it is. And it's got a really nice little area here. We've got a cute little TV stand by here with a little book and a coffee cup. That is really, really sweet. I love that. That is so precious. Okay. This is the mum's room. I assume she's given herself the most limited stuff, bless her, with a really cheap bed. And then she's given her daughters the best. And we've got a cute little bathroom with a toilet and a sink. We've got twins in this room. And I love the little aesthetics of the wall. And then we have the older girls' room in here. This is really, really pretty. I love the colour scheme in this room. This is adorable. And this rug is also really lovely. There will be some items that are missing that I don't own, so I do apologise if stuff looks a little bit different than what your original build looked like, but I can't do much about it. I'm sorry. But I really like the floor plan, and it's very, very different than everyone else's. Again, I think everyone's done like such contrast in floor plans, but it's really, really lovely. So huge props to you. And this room in particular, I think, is gorgeous. I love the color scheme with this rug, with this mirror. Really, really cute. I love it. And the fact that we've got pink plants outside, and it's got a storyline, and her husband's done a runner, and she's a struggling single mum. Love it. I mean, I don't love it. That's really sad, but very well thought out, and there's a lot of personality in that. That is really, really cool. I'm sorry that if I am speeding through it, but I am just trying to show everybody's, and I know I've tried to explain that a few times, but I don't want you guys to think that I'm like rushing through it, because they're not good, because they're all really good. I want to be able to show everybody's, and it's quite hard because I don't have loads of time where I can stream, because usually I like pre-record stuff, and I only do voiceovers for like 10 minutes in the day. So the fact that I'm doing like a whole talking session by myself for so long takes more time. So that was a long-winded explanation, but anyway, this is by Simlish Simlish jazzy, and their description is Abel and Evelyn Thwain suddenly had to leave their 4-bedroom house earlier this year after facing eviction due to a house sale. The only home that would accept their beloved dog, Ozzy, was a tiny but beautiful 2-bedroom house where their less than impressed daughters, 15-year-old Chloe and 13-year-old Lily, are forced to share a room. When all finally settled down, their 18-year-old daughter Mia called to say that she had to move back home from university, to be continued in the comments, after falling pregnant. Oh my gosh. Being the loving parents they are, Abel and Evelyn gave up their room for Mia and her partner Ethan and their grandson River, while they squeezed into the lounge until Mia and Ethan afford their own place, a tiny home with a lot of love. That is really cute. I love that you've got like a cute little storyline. And also I apologize, I don't own some of the items, so some of the stuff won't be visible, but it doesn't mean that it's not there in reality, just I don't own it. So I do apologise, but I can't do much about it. Okay, I'm gonna say it quickly because it'll probably crash because I keep refreshing them. I'm trying to delete the builds before I upload the next one, so hopefully it won't crash. There's no reason why it would. I haven't got mods on or anything, so it's probably just the gallery being the delightful thing that it is. But anyway, so this is their cute little house. They've got a nice back garden. I assume this is their dog that they had to bring with them. Of course they did. I'd absolutely hate to be in that position where you have to leave a pet behind. I don't think I could. But yeah, so this is their cute little house. So we have a kitchen area when you first walk in. And the pet, obviously the dog must be like a huge part of their life, which is adorable. We've got a cute little kitchen with some decorative items. Love that you've put some stuff. Is that baby food? That is really cool. And then we've got a little, is it a washing machine? Maybe they've got a clothesline outside. That's so cute. And we've got some knives on the wall and a chopping board. I never use this. I don't think I've ever seen that item. The fact you can pull it off, obviously you can't literally, but you could pull it off for some tissue. That is really cute. And then moving on to the girls' room. I don't think this is functional. Again, I could be wrong. Maybe people have play tested it and it is, but I don't think this is functional. Which is a shame, but again, an easy fix. You could just swap this round and delete this item or something, or you know, there's an easy fix. But I don't think it is functional. But this is the girls' room. They have to share a room, and then we have the parents must be staying in the main living space. Again, don't know whether that's functional. Maybe I'm just being silly. I think that's really cool. And then we do have the main parents' bedroom, which of course the older daughter is sleeping in with her little boy and her partner, which is very kind of the parents. I love that we've got a little hairdryer on the floor. It's very, very lovely, and I like that they've included this item, which I think is from one of the nursery. Oh, it's from SpongeBob. Oh, I would never have guessed that. This is really cool. I really like the aesthetic. I love that the fact that they had to move so that their dog could stay with them, and the fact that they do have an older daughter who's had a little baby, so she is back at home. There's a lot of personality in this build, and we've got a cute little bathroom with some decorative items on there, which is adorable. I assume this might have been a separate item, maybe a different shelf, maybe not. I'm trying to like pinpoint what might be a different item that I don't have. Maybe, I don't know. Nothing seems like out of place. Maybe it's just decorative things that I don't have. I'm not sure, but very, very lovely build. You did a great job. I love the storyline. It's very, very cute. There's a lot going on in all of these builds, really, isn't there? It's going to be really hard to like judge particular awards for each one of them, but I will do my very best. And you all did an amazing job. I was going to say a brilliant job. Oh, nearly crashed then. It didn't though, so right. This is also on a big plot. Now, do we need the extra space? Can I squeeze it in? Does anything actually need to be? I'm not sure whether the plot is just big, but we could squeeze it on this property. Could we squeeze it on? I think a little bit of the pond will be clipped out. But... Okay, a couple of the items are removed. There is a pond here that I have now clipped out. I'm sorry. I'm just really trying to go through everyone's builds. So this build, I didn't even check who it was by. See, I'm trying to do this quickly so I can show everyone's. This build was by... You're going to make me say loads of letters now, aren't you? 4H4KPOIWXNP3. Okay, there isn't a storyline, so we'll have to go on the journey together. So this is the exterior. It looks quite cottage vibes. We've got a cute little garden, again, with the plants planted. Love that it's very lived in. It's very farm vibes. I think it's very nice. It's very cottagey. It's got like a cute little mystical vibe to it. And we've got Patchy in the back, of course. So we come in the front door. Again, sorry, hiccuped. I don't know whether these are functional. I don't think this is functional, but again, very easy fix if you wanted to make it functional. But we've got a cute little entryway. There's a lot of toys. It seems like a very like toddler heavy home. We've got a really cute little kitchen. I really like this kitchen actually. And again, the green. Of course, you guys are including green. Maybe I make that more obvious than I realise that I like green. And of course, if you watch my speed builds, you will know that I really like green. But this won't be functional to get through. But an easy fix, you could just pull this to this wall like that. Obviously, if move objects were on, then it would be functional. Then we've got a cute little bathroom in here. That is very nice. Really like the colour scheme. That really matches very nicely. That is very, very cute. And then we come over here. We've got the first bedroom, I assume is for the girlies. We've got a bookshelf in this corner as well, which I think may be functional. Not the books, but as in to get up here, I think that should still work. A cute little bracelet making set that is really, really cute. This whole aesthetic is just lovely. And then we do have a little laundry room, which is really nice that you've included that, because there's no way I would have thought to include that, trying to fit 8 Sims in as well. Ooh, look at this room. This is very mystical. How cool is this room? I spun it around very fast then, I got too excited. How cool is that? And the rug is adorable. The fact that you've layered them with 2 different like mossy effects is really cool. We've got twins in this room, I assume. That is so, so cute. I love that vibe. I don't think I've ever used this colour scheme either, so props to you. And then we also, do we have another bedroom? Is this supposed to be another bedroom? I'm very confused. Oh, here, but that's still 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, potentially 6. This doesn't fit 8 Sims, but it is very, very lovely. I mean, the whole goal was to fit 8 Sims into a small house, which obviously some of them haven't fit 8 Sims in. However, your creativity has been brilliant, so I've thoroughly enjoyed looking at all of them, unless I'm being really stupid and somewhere there is some hidden beds, but regardless, they're still wonderful. I really, really love it, and I love this room in particular. That is very, very cool. So huge props to everyone who's done the shell challenges. Honestly, I absolutely love every single one of them that I've looked at so far. They're all very well made in their own unique way. I think they've all got like very specific personalities, which is what I love to see. This is a bigger plot as well. This one. Okay, we can do this one. This is by Soul Reaper. That would help. Soul, I can't even speak. A Soul Reaper and lots of zeros. We're going to have a little look at this one. There isn't a story, so I guess we'll again go on a journey to figure it out. Let's have a little look, shall we? When it loads eventually, because my computer's loving life right now with me doing this. Okay, a couple of the items are removed again because I don't own the packs, but it's fine. So this is also sideways, I think. Is it sideways? There's a lot going on. It looks like a cute little daycare. I'm sure it... Look how cute that is. That is really cute. I love that. I don't think I've ever... What even is this item? Oh, they've made that. Oh, that's really cute. I've never thought to do that. That's very, very creative. There's a lot of garden elements going on, which I think is lovely. It's like a very cute little journey through the plants here. And we've got a hopscotch. We've got some cute little chairs. This is really adorable. This is a really nice space. You could definitely make this into like a community lot maybe as well. It's very, very lovely. Okay, so the front door I think is here. This is really sweet. We've also got this bit here. Maybe this was the front door, that was the back door. I'm not sure. Maybe I had it the wrong way around. But this is really cute. Look at the colours in it. It's very colourful. This is the kitchen. We've got a cute little decorative table here. There's a lot going on here. Again, with the greeny blue colour. I love my greeny blue. It looks a bit like Mamma Mia colours, which anyone else really hoping for a third Mamma Mia? Because I certainly am, and I really want a third Mamma Mia because it's been long enough now. I think someone else followed me, and thank you to the person who followed me a minute ago. Hi, I didn't get notified, but I saw the number had gone up, so welcome in. My Twitch is being a bit difficult with me right now, so I can't actually see much of what anyone is doing. I don't know whether if I go on this it'll make it any better. I have no idea. I really don't know. I don't know whether anyone said something and I've not seen it. Seen it? I can't even talk. I don't think someone said anything, but if you have and I haven't replied, I'm sorry. But I really don't know because I can't see. It's not letting me look at anything right now. I don't know. Anyway, right. I love these pillows. We got them in one of the login rewards, I think, or it was like a free update that we got. And these doors again, I never use them, but I really should. So we've got a kids' room in here that is very colourful. I love that this build is so colourful. It's got so much personality. And look at that chandelier. Very, very pretty. This is like a really cute little kids' room. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8 Sims. This is so cool. This is really colourful. I really like this build. There's a lot of personality in this. Oh, hi, welcome in. I talk at the perfect speed for your brain. Well, that's good. I feel like I'm talking way too fast, but I'm trying to get through everybody so that everyone gets to see their own build and get my opinion on their work for, you know, my challenge. But I don't want to go too fast through everybody's because I don't want everyone to feel like I'm skipping them when I'm not. I want to look at everybody's and I don't have hours upon hours. And I've already done this for an hour and a half. So, gotta love that for me. But at least I've learned how to record this so I can put it on YouTube so make everyone happy. So hopefully, hopefully we kind of like manage to, what's the word? Work that one out then. But anyway, so this is the boys' room, I assume. But also I'm glad that you're enjoying the tour so far. I also very much enjoy them. I think they're very creative. But it's your first time seeing my content as well. Okay, well, I'm not usually on Twitch, okay? So I'm usually on YouTube, same name as my Twitch though, but I'm glad you're here and welcome in. I mostly post speed builds over on YouTube, but I would love to get into screaming. I could do with screaming sometimes, honestly. I said to my mum yesterday, I was like, I'd love to just stand on a mountain and just like scream as loud as I possibly could, then I'd be fine, you know? Sometimes you just need to let it out, but you can't really do that when you're in close proximity to other humans, but sometimes you just need to. But anyway, for those watching on YouTube, I probably sound insane, but anyway, oh, thank you so much. That's very sweet. I know speed builds are the best. Honestly, I'm a bit obsessed, and I've been doing YouTube for like, well, this is the 4-year anniversary for it, but a week ago it was the 1st of August. I'm just now getting to it. This week's been a week, honestly. The fact that I'm even doing a stream right now is shocking to me because this week has been chaos. Oh, thank you. That's very sweet. I can't believe I've been doing this for 4 years. When I graduated uni, we're going off on a tangent now, aren't we? When I graduated uni in July of 22, and then on August the 1st, I was like, why the heck not give it a go? I got the free time now, so why not? And I've kind of just stuck to it. But it's been one heck of a journey, good and bad. Brilliant things have come from it, and also horrendous things. So it's been very much up and down, but you know, we've made it work, and we've got to over 13,000, nearly 200 subscribers now, which is crazy. So I'm very, very grateful for everybody who has stuck around, and I'm very glad that you have come along as well. So I hope you enjoy the craziness and the rapid speed that I am always talking at. But yeah, I'll have to get back on because I will just yap on for days. Oh, we've got it. Are they called oxalots? Is that what they're called? Bubbles, the beloved. What are they called? Oxalot. I don't know. Anyway, you know what I'm on about. So this is a cute little room. I love this as well. This is from one of those like why can't I think of the words today? Those like bubble things that they inhale, whatever they're called. And the bathroom. I love the bathroom floor as well. I don't think I've ever used this swatch. I do know of this, but oh, that's very nice. I really like the colour scheme of that. And we've got a blue toilet. That is very unique. I love how colourful this is. This probably wins the best colourful so far. This is very much full of personality. And this floor as well. There's a lot going on, isn't there? But it's a good thing. Right, I will have to move on though because I've been lingering for ages. But that is a very fun build. So huge props to that person. But yeah, we'll have to crack on because I have like 20 minutes to wrap this up. Love that for me though. I'm so grateful for everyone who's done my shell challenge though, and I know I haven't done one in a while, and I know I slack on my streaming. Okay, it's just trying to combine real life with streaming and YouTube when you are a gal doing it all by yourself who's not really got much clue. I mean, I do more so now, fortunately, after 4 years, I should hope so, but I very much didn't have any clue what I was doing when I started. So it's been a real journey. It's been up and down. There's been some really amazing things that have come from it, but also some really unpleasant people I've met along the way. But I've also met some of the most wonderful people as well. So, you know, there's good and bad to everything, and I think everything's a bit like a bit of a journey, really. But we're here now, and it's on a positive note, so that's always good. We've got to a positive phase of this, so I'm not complaining. I really should put move objects on. I don't know why I still haven't clicked it, but anywho. So this is a cute little outside area, isn't it? Is there a story? I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Was there a story? Let's have a little look. No, it was a... This was by... I'm going to have to say a load of letters now again. I know, it's really cute, isn't it? This is by ODTD 178H1P7H. Got it. Nailed it. How cute is this though? I really like this like overhang by here. That is very, very aesthetically pleasing, with the little wind chimes as well. How adorable. And we've got a cute little driveway with like a minivan, because I assume they've got loads of kids, and the bikes. I really miss my bike. It's like a really stupid thing to say, but my parents are clearing out our like main like home garage at the minute, and I had to like get rid of some of my stuff from when I was little to send to the charity shop, because I've got so much stuff. It's ridiculous. But I still got my old bikes in my shed, I think, but I miss being a kid, you know. It was so much more fun, and I found my little backpack that used to like go on the front of my bike. I used to love riding my bike when I was little, but I haven't rode a bike in like, gosh, like 12 years probably. Maybe not that long. 11, I don't know, a while, maybe longer than that, probably since I was like 14 and I'm 26, so I don't know. I haven't ridden a bike in a long time. It probably is like 12 years. That's crazy. But anyway, moving on. I keep going to say we're now working on, because that's always what I'm used to saying. We're now looking at, need to change my dialogue for my speaking. This is a really cute little back garden. I don't know the storyline for this house, but look how cute that is. I love that we've got like a completely different vibe for this one. This is so different. Right, we're gonna have a look inside. I don't know the storyline, but I assume there's a lot of children. Right, I'm just turn the grid off. Why have I kept the grid on the whole time? That's really annoying. That is very, very cute. I love the amount of like decor up here. It feels very cramped in like a very family orientated way. And this phone, I was talking to my mum yesterday and my fiance about phones, how like they've like, you know, what's the word? Oh my god, evolved, that's the one. Evolved through the years, of how it used to be like on the wall, and then it was like they had the handheld ones, you'd have to pick it up, but you still had to like use the thing to spin the numbers. And she was saying like how you could never have like a private conversation, how you had to like stand in like the hallway, you know, and like her older sister could hear her conversations, and she didn't want her to like make fun of her, you know, that kind of thing, which is so funny how everyone's got a phone now. Even like toddlers have phones, which I think is absurd, but each to their own. But anyway, I just think it's funny how technology has moved on in such a short space of time. You've been out of Sims for a little bit. Are the wall phones from a kit? I'm not sure. Maybe they were from a... I really have no idea. They were from a login reward, I think. I don't know whether it was like a Christmas thing, that one in particular, but it was like one of those ones that you have to log in to get it. I don't actually know. I don't remember ever getting it, so I can't give you a... Oh yeah, from a past event. Blast from the past event, apparently. I know. Toddlers with phones is just absurd. It's just, I don't get it. I didn't have a phone, and when I say phone, I mean like a flip phone, until I was like, I think I had a flip phone at 11 to go to school with, but you had to like, to get one letter to text, you had to press the key 3 times, you know, like, it was like ABC on like 1, so you had to press, like, if you wanted to write and, you'd have to like click multiple letters, or numbers, sorry, to get to that one letter, so that was a fun time. I think I nearly Hang on. Did I do something then? Okay, it's still working. That's fine. Yeah, I know. I had an iPod which I could text off when I was, I want to say 14, because I think that's when I first got Instagram. But it was back when Instagram wasn't full of girls with nothing on, and it was quite literally just for aesthetic purposes of like Tumblr photos, and like when people used to post very like, oh, what's the word? Very like neon kind of vibrant photos in like with like a, what's the word? Like a baseball hat with like Converse, and they'd have those little like lip balms. It was very very different than what Instagram is now, and I don't think it's necessarily appropriate for a 14-year-old now. But back in the day, it was a lot different, and I used to just post like aesthetic pictures because I thought I was trendy, but I was not trendy. Um, getting a phone with a sliding keyboard for the first time and feeling so cool. I know, literally, it was the best thing ever. I think it was my parents' old phone, and I thought I was really cool, and everyone else had like iPhones at this point. Even then, I mean, I was born in 2000, so in 2014 I was 14, so it was still, you know, technology was, it was all Apple stuff at that point, but I didn't have a phone at that point. I think I was 15 when I first got a phone, which is like really old in today's standards, which is quite funny. But yeah, anyway, moving back swiftly on to this build. I love that they've got a radiator. They must be British, honestly. Whenever I see a radiator, I'm like, you gotta be British. I don't think American houses really have radiators. I couldn't survive without a radiator. Speaking of, I've had my radiator on today. No one tell my fiance. He'll be like, why is the electric bill up? I'm like, not a clue. I'm sat with my heater on, like shivering in the middle of summer, and he's like, it's literally 20 degrees. And I'm like, well, I'm cold, so. The other day he came back, he was like, why is the electric up? I was like, can't say I know. I did tell him, obviously, but yeah, I'm always cold, and he's always boiling, so sometimes like in the night he'll like put the fan on. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm sat there shivering with like 3 blankets, and he's got the fan on him. Like, how are you cold? I'm like, how are you warm? But it's quite fun anyway. So we are moving on. We have this cute little food for the pets. I assume they're dogs. Maybe. Oh, there's a cat. It's got to be. Why did I say dogs? There's literally a scratching post. You fool. There is a scratching post. It's got to be a cat. I love cats. Cats are the best thing in the world. I have a cat called Marvin. He is the love of my life. He is ginger, and he is going to be 14 this month. It's his birthday soon, actually. I should give him extra cat food that day. We also have a pet hedgehog at the moment. I say pet, he's not a pet, but he lives in the garden, and we fed him the other day because he was clearly dehydrated and he was like falling over, bless him. He's okay now, and he came to visit again, and I was really close to him, and he just like looked at me. He was so cute, and he was eating really loud. I know hedgehogs are really cool. I hadn't actually seen a hedgehog in person until this week, which is embarrassing but true. They're often in my parents' garden, but I'm not necessarily there. My dad will send me a video like, there's another hedgehog. I'm like, and I'm not there right now, but whenever I am there, they're never there. But yeah, we did see one, and he's so cute. So we've been feeding it cat food because that's what you're supposed to give them apparently, and they can eat cucumbers as well. But apparently they can't eat tomatoes because they're too acidic. Fun fact. He's been eating my cat's cat food. We've been giving him a little bit of it, and we've been trying to keep Marvin away from him so that he can't smell the cat food, because obviously he'd want it then, but I think he sussed it out though. So we've been trying to put it like the opposite side of the house. We feed the hedgehog in the front garden or the driveway, and then feed Marvin in the back garden, so they're both happy. But he's so cute. I'm really hoping he'll bring his like hedgehog friends with him at some point. But anyway, I am rambling now. So moving back onto the build. Yeah, they are just wild. It's so cute. I think there's quite a few of them. My neighbour said that they live in the hedge, like between our fences. Yeah. I mean, I've only seen one of them, but hedgehogs are just wild. Which is really cool. I don't know anyone who's got a pet hedgehog, but that would be really fun. Although I have seen quite a few things online of like people who've like dressed their hedgehogs in like cute little shoes, which is maybe cruel, but it's really cute. Anyway, right. I know, it was so fun. I really hope he brings his friends. But with regards to the build, this room is adorable. I've been staring at it while I've been rambling, but these little fairy lights, in fact, they've like interlocked them. Adorable. Love that we've got a pride flag, of course, and this poster. I assume there's a teenager in this room. There's also like a baby thing as well though, so maybe they're like 13 and 1 or something. They're illegal to own. Whereabouts are you from? Obviously you don't have to say, but out of curiosity, I wonder where they're illegal. And then we've got this room over here, which has 2 toddlers and 2 children. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then do we have another room? Unless the pets are classed as maybe the pets are. Maybe that's what I'm getting lost in. Oh, you're from Los Angeles. That's so cool. I know, that's really cute. I'd love to go to LA. I'm from Wales in the UK. It's very boring here. I mean, I think I would really struggle if I went to America because I'm so used to it being quite quiet. And it's definitely got busier here since COVID because it is a very like touristy place. Because we live by like all the beaches, so it's very busy and there's a lot of people now. But in comparison to America, I can't even imagine. But I live in the middle of nowhere and it's much nicer when there's like silence. I don't know how I'd probably survive in America, but who knows? We'll have to give it a go at some point when I'm rich and can actually afford to go abroad because everything costs like extortionate amounts now. So, yeah, at some point though, it would be great to go. But what do you think of it? Do you like living there, or is it a lot? I assume it would be quite busy, but I suppose if you are born there, you're just used to it being busy, maybe. I'm just such a homebody. But anyway, I will have to move on from this build. This is really cute. I love the aesthetic. And this bathroom I haven't been in yet. Again with the flooring. Is it the same one that I'm just like, these two are really, yeah, for rent. I never use for rent stuff. I really should. You guys have inspired me to use the for rent flooring because it's very, very cute. But this is a really cute build and I love the green. And you guys obviously know that I like green. I will have to move on. But also, oh, that's why I was being silly. There's a pull down bed. That's where the 7 and 8 Sims come from, plus the pets. Okay, you did manage to fit 8 in. I was just being silly. Right, moving on. I'm really hoping it doesn't glitch again and crash because I've done this way too many times. This one, technically, kind of, I mean, oh, this is the same person. Did they do 2 entries? This person did 2 entries. I was like, I recognise that name. This is Soul Reaper, or Soul, as I said earlier, because I was thinking of Sims. What did you say? It's definitely packed here, but it's worth a visit for sure. The weather is very warm. Tell me about it. I don't know how you survive, honestly. Although I say that, it has been like 30... Gosh, what was the highest? I think it was 36 degrees in Celsius here like a month ago, which was absurd. And there's no better way to describe it. And I saw someone on Instagram post saying that it was like the heat off the back of a bus. Now I don't know whether you know what that feels like, but the heat of like overwhelming, feel like you can't breathe kind of level of heat off the back of a bus is exactly what it felt like. It felt like for like 2 weeks. It was crazy. It was so hot, and we don't have aircon here like anywhere. Public transport was like cooking. It was as if you were like in an oven. And most of the houses are made out of brick. So fortunately, my parents' house isn't brick, so it was breathable, but it was still boiling. But where me and my fiance are, it was sweltering. You like literally couldn't breathe. And our room in particular was in direct sunlight, so I was like hibernating with the blinds and curtains closed, the fan on. I was like white noise constantly because the fan was so loud. But it was really, really a lot. Gosh, 39 degrees. Yeah, see, I really, really struggle. Yeah, I know. Anything over 25 is just, it's too much. I think the comfortable level is like 21. I can live with 21. I think that's quite a nice level of heat. It's not too overwhelming, but it's a lot. It was very unpleasant, and I'm really glad that it's done because let's hope we won't get to that level of heat again because it was insane. But I mean, I'm grateful that I do live in the countryside because people obviously in London, it was a lot worse because they're in like high-rise buildings and there's no aircon. I don't know how they survived. So, and I think like a toddler passed away or something as well because they thought he was sleeping and he got like too hot. It was terrible. I mean, I didn't read too much into it because it was awful, but yeah, insane. I just really hope that doesn't happen again. Didn't we already tour this one? Maybe I looked at it earlier. I'm really confused. This was an entry by someone familiar. Anyway, I don't know whether there was a storyline. This is the final house out of this list. Obviously, there are like 3 bigger properties, which I'll move to now. Okay, there's children or adults camp, boys and girls are separated. Why? And look, all the facilities are outside. Gosh, there is a lot going on. And I really like, when I was playing it live earlier, the little butterflies. I've never noticed the butterflies, and they're all pink and sparkly. It was very lovely. I don't know whether this classes as, like, I mean, technically you can use half walls, so that's clever, really, but when I first saw it, I wasn't sure whether this fit within the rules, but who really cares? Right, I know the animated objects are really cool. I really like the butterfly one, and I've never seen it. Well, actually, we'll go look at it. Why the heck not? So you can see what I mean. Hopefully it doesn't glitch. Look at the butterflies. Why have I never used those? Look how cool they are. I love that. That is so cool. Right. 2 seconds. Sorry, my fiance just messaged me. I will have to go soon. I need to go and sort stuff out. I need to go to the shops as well. Gotta love it. I hate when you gotta go shopping. I really hate shopping for anything. Whether it be clothes, food, just in general. There's too many people. As you can tell, I just don't really like going out of the house, in case it wasn't obvious. But yeah, there's a lot going on in this build. It's very cute. Although, can't say I approve of moths. I've got a fear of moths. No idea why. No idea why I'm scared of moths, but apparently, which I never knew, my great-grandmother, my mum's nan, my mum's mum, that's a long sentence, she was terrified of moths, which I didn't know until last weekend, which was quite cool to know that I'm similar to her about my fear of moths. I don't know why I'm scared of them. And everyone's always like, what? Well, it's the same as a butterfly. I'm like, but butterflies don't fly at you, you know? Like, it's not because they're less pretty, because some of them are really pretty. It's not a visual thing. I just don't like moths. Anyway, we are now looking at this build. This is a cute little camp. This is really adorable. It reminds me a bit of Parent Trap. I really need to watch Parent Trap. Oh, look, one of the butterflies is in the house. That is so cool. I've never seen that before. Apparently I've never used as colourful butterflies. I know, the dive bombing. Do you have maybugs over there? What are they? They're called cockchafers, I think, which is get demonetized on YouTube now, but that is a real bug. I don't know whether I'm allowed to say that word, but they're called maybugs in like the simple terms to not use that word. That is a terrible word. Imagine actually being called that. But they are like a flying cockroachy gross thing that come out in May, and they are awful, and they have like absolutely no direction at all, and they go towards the light the same as moths do, and they like hit off the lights. And I had loads of them when I was younger in my house. We used to live in a pink cottage, wonderful fairy tale time. When I was under 4, I lived in a pink cottage in the countryside, and there was so many of those maybugs, and yeah, it was terrifying. I just googled it. Yeah, they're really cute up close. Like they've got cute little like, not antennae, but whatever they are. They look like got big eyelashes, but yeah, they're not fun when they're flying, or especially inside. But when I was little, when I was coming home from my grandmother's house, we were trying to get in the front door, and they were like all around the light. My mum, well, she's not like scared, she didn't like them. She was like signaling to my dad to go to the back door to open like the conservatory that we had, because it was, yeah, they were everywhere. It was not good. But anyway, this is the cute little room. I love the little campsites. That is so fun. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we do have 8. And we've got some bonus camp beds out back as well. Out this way. Gosh, I went every way but the right way. This is really cute. And they've also did 2 entries. So props to them for being extra creative. That is very, very cute. I love that. And I really like the butterflies in particular. Right. We will have to go to a bigger property. I might have to end the stream before I finish the final few, which is not going to be good, and I don't want to do that, so I'm going to have to crack on a little bit. Oh, thank you. It is a fun shell. Trying to fit 8 Sims into a tiny space is quite hard, and in particular, the roofing was really hard on this build. So props to everyone who did attempt it, because even I struggled with it. And I haven't even uploaded my own shell entry yet, which is classic me. I guess we're good down here. Or should I just go to a really big lot? Maybe we'll just go over here. Okay, I'm gonna move her over here. I actually really enjoy building on this particular property. The lighting's really good. I'm not complaining. Right. Well, yesterday was a very stressful day. Side note. I have to go and have a specific blood test very soon. I've got a weird thing in my blood, which is lovely. So that was fun. I have to go and have this like gene testing to see if one of my well, everyone's got this thing called gosh, I can't think what it's called now. But anyway, it's like a thing that your body releases when you're not well, and if you've got like the genetic thing, it's like constantly turned on as opposed to on and off when you get like unwell or not. So I have to go and test for that. So that's fun. So that was my day yesterday. It was all medically based. I went in with my mum because she works in pharmacy. She's very like medically, switched on. So I always bring it with me, and everyone's always like, why do you need your mum with you and you're like 26? I'm like, I'm completely capable, but she's just more in the know about medical stuff, so I'd rather have her with me, but yeah, we went in with like a list full. She was like, how long have you got? But yeah, gotta love it. Yeah, I know. And we're so close. We're literally like the best of friends. So we have a laugh whatever we're doing. So I'd rather bring her with me anyway, like regardless of what anyone else ever thought. We're just like we're so close. So we were in their ages though. So that was fun. What did you say though? You've never been drawn to the big lots. I know. I don't really like doing the massive properties like the 64 by 64 Zoo Lane. I never do those ones really, but I quite like the 50 by 50. But you don't necessarily have to build with like the entire property. It's like you can build the house like, in the middle and kind of just decorate like the edges. A bit like having like a full piece of paper but not having to like use the full page kind of thing is what I try to visualize it as anyway. Was there a storyline to this? I'm getting ahead of myself. Was it this one? There is. The Klein family. Evelyn's a common name today, and I actually have a sim called Evelyn as well. Evelyn Klein became a mother at just 15 years old when her daughter Leon was born. Even at such a young age, she was determined to give her a happy life. 2 years later, Susie was born. Soon after, their father walked away, leaving Evelyn to raise them on their own. The rest of the story in the comments. Apparently there is no comment. That's not good. But this is by Anfilio6. Maybe the comments got removed or something. I don't know, but I'm not too sure. But that is a dramatic story. Yeah, landscaping is dramatic. It takes a lot of patience. Sometimes it's a lot of fun. Other times it is very, very annoying. No, they didn't manually place these tiles. They are an actual... see, I think it's from the greenhouse kit, if I'm correct. No, I'm wrong again. Oh, look, it's from For Rent. There is one that looks like that, though, from the greenhouse kit, but apparently not that one. Right, so we do have a lot of bikes out here, so I assume there's a lot of kiddos. Oh, it's very dark. What happened to the lights? Is it off-grid or something, maybe? Gosh, not too sure. It's very dark, though. Maybe they didn't pay the bills. I was going to say there's a door missing, but it's on the side. No lights challenge, yeah, gosh. I can't see it properly, my goodness. Maybe she didn't have enough money for the electric, but we do have a massive TV, so who knows. Do we have 8 sims? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, we do. This is really cute, but there are no lights. 2 seconds. Just gotta... bear with. Okay, right. Back on to what I was doing. I know, outdoor theatre, but no, no money for the saucer light. Gosh. Well, it's quite hard to see in here, but it is very pretty nonetheless. There's a very small toilet brush. Imagine a plunger being that small. I don't think it would do an awful lot, but you could try. It's really cute, but it is very dark. Maybe she ran out of money. I'm not sure the full story here. It's kind of a mystery, but it is very cute. And he did manage to fit 8 Sims in, so... And I really like this entryway. It's kind of unusual. The fact they've got like a cute little play area that you go through, like the curtains, which is very nice. I'm not sure which one the mum's room might be. Maybe it's this one with the baby, with the computer in, maybe. What have we got over here? Some letters, some bills. Maybe that's why the bills are there, because you can't afford the lights, maybe. But very nice. Very, very, very cute. Right. What one did we... I'm going to forget one of them now, aren't I? It's a base game Airbnb. That's cool. Rental in the mountain with a waterfall pond where a large group of friends or family to get away and enjoy nature. Yeah, please don't steal. This is by I can't pronounce that. I don't know if it's like Jose or Joshime. You don't know, but I apologize if I really butchered that. I know this looks really cool. The fact that it's on top of a hill, it'll really show up my own version of my shell challenge entry now, won't it? Right. Watch my game crash now. Hopefully it won't. Wow. This is cool. I forgot to change the sky to be sunny, but we'll imagine. Look, the little steps going up. We've got a little pond that's got some swans on it. Swans are really terrifying there. We've got a little scroll, mystery. We've got a hot tub. Imagine just like sitting in here with not a care in the world. I think that's why Sims is good. You can pretend that you really are in like a different place. Now, is this is a separate room, which wasn't a part of the rules technically, but it's fine. We'll let it slide. Is it a half wall? It's a half wall. We'll let it go. And I choked on air yet again. Gotta love my life. This is really cute. They're very well thought out. And the little fireflies. I love that they've like combined all of the umbrellas. That's lovely. I really like this. This is very clever. I love that everyone's got such different vibes. And the pond as well. I think stuff like this takes the most like mental power to create stuff like that. This is very modern as well. We've got a nice little entryway, a kitchen, very, very nice. We've got a little red bathroom with a touch of blue and wood. I really like the shower as well. And then we do have a lot of beds in here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fit 8 Sims in there. We've got another bathroom over here with the same shower. Love it. I really like it. I mean, as much as the interior is very nice, it is quite minimalistic in a good way. And the outside is like, whoa. The exterior is insane. You did a really good job at that. That is crazy. And we've got these waterfalls here. We'll go and play it. I think so. I think it's majorly base game. It might be all base game. Look at that. That is so cool. That is very, very well thought out. And the fact that you've made it kind of look like it goes like under here. She's running up. She's like, I must go up. Oh, that's really cool. I think it is base game. That's what they said, I think. It's so cool. Insane. It's annoying because the gallery view doesn't ever do it justice. Like, how insanely cool is that? That is like creating a whole different world on this property. That is crazy. Literal like 11 out of 10. Brilliant. I love them all, and I love them all individually in their own like unique way. They've got so much creative personality behind all of them. It is very impressive, I agree. But yeah, that was very cool. I love that. Right, I have one more left, I think, or two. 1 or 2. But I really need to speed this up because I literally do not have much time. And I need to go and sort myself out, like, so. Well, she's standing on the hill, like, I crush my dreams. There we go. She's floating. Right. 2 seconds. Right, which one did we have left? Was it this one? Yeah. Looking for a fun day in the country, come visit our farm. I already read that, didn't I? This was by La KG66. I think this is the last one. I could be wrong, but I think this is the last one, which is sad. I'm also really, really grateful for everyone who did enter because this was not an easy challenge. I'm going to do another one. I'm probably going to do like a trailer challenge, but it'll literally just be like a box, so hopefully be easier. I will do a bigger shell challenge at some point, but I didn't want to start off with something too big. Ooh, it's a farm, and she's... Maybe I should let it load before I go moving around. There's a lot going on. My goodness, look how cool this is. That is so cute. How adorable is this? This is so fun. What is this from? Is that from the kit? It is. I love that. That is so gorgeous. Look at the cakes. I need to look at the cakes. That was too much. There we go. Look at the cakes. That's so fun. Very, very nice. Absolutely love that. I need to put the walls up. I love that they've made like a little... Technically, was this breaking the rules though? This is an outside wall. But it says it isn't, but who knows? But regardless, it's very cute. And I don't think they did break the rules anyway, just me being pernickety. But it's very, very cute. And I love that it is very like lived in and played with. The one plant there, that would be me amongst the crowd. Everyone's like perfect. And I'd be like, just give me time. Depleted, aren't we all, honestly, at this point? We've got a cute little farm in the back. Look how cool. This is really, really well thought out. I really like this build. It's got so much personality in it. Cute little cow shed or a llama. Some bees over here, some wine. That is so pretty. And the fact that the gate's open, that's really, really cute. There's so much going on. I don't know where to look first. You've got like a little oven out here. Oh, this bit. There's so much going on. That is so pretty. Look how cool that is. You guys do such a good job, honestly. A cute little greenhouse area. Oh my gosh, they have little goats and lambs. How cute are they? And there's one over here. The rogue one who's come to eat the fruit. How cute. The farm pack is the only pack I actually play in live mode, so I really like this one. But you're right, it's definitely against the spirit of a shell challenge. Well, I mean, it is, but it also isn't, because technically you can add walls like this, and they won't count as extra tiles. It's very, very impressive in the exterior. I like it very much. And this bit, I mean, I'm not sure whether these are like not half walls, but like the tallest half walls that you can make, and you can like place the roof on a separate object and then kind of like drag them over to the top of here, if that makes sense. So I'm assuming that's what they've done, so they've been very crafty with it, but it's still technically within the rules. My only problem with a few of these builds, there's a literal tiny goat in the lounge. My only problem is some of these builds aren't functional, is my only thing. Like, I don't think you could get through here. Again, I could be wrong, but quite a few of them you won't be able to actually, like, go through all of the little walkways, which is a shame, because they are really clever, but they're not necessarily all functional. But look how cool this is. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They did fit 8 sims in. My only concern is this little section, but again, minor thing, you could just delete a chair. Got a cute little bathroom in the back, very rustic. I love this little area. I love plants. Plants are the way to my Sims heart, honestly, and these cute little carrots as well. I don't know why I like them in particular, but I do. But yeah, the farming pack is great. I love the farming pack. Cottage living is great. And it's got a lot of really cool debug stuff as well. This is fun. I often do this in small spaces, so they've kind of got like a little bit of a divide, but it's not really like a full wall in effect. But that's really, really clever. I really like that. This whole challenge has been so much fun, and the fact they've got a bowl there as if someone's just left it there is a lot of fun as well. What was it? Cereal by Mary May. She must be the mum of the house, maybe. This is really fun though. There's so much to it, and I really like these curtains, but this room in particular I think is my favorite. I love it. There's so much going on that I don't know where to look next because there's just so much detail. But amazing job. I think that is the last one though. I'll just have a quick glance to see if it is. Was there anyone else's that I missed? I really hope there wasn't. Did I draw this one? This was the red. Yeah, I did. I think that was everybody's. We're on this one right now. Then we had this one. And there was this one up here. I think that was all of them. Did we look at this one? This was the really colourful one, wasn't it? I'm getting confused now. There's so many of them. Yeah, we did go through that one. I think that's everybody's. Now, I do apologise if there's any that I haven't gone through. But this one, did I go through this one? Might not have done. Did I do this one? I think I did, and I cropped their pond, didn't I? This was the dark one. I'm getting really confused now. There's so many of them. I'm going to place it just to make sure I did. I can't remember. There's so many, and they're all brilliant. But unless I like fully go, I think I did do this one. That farm one is incredible, though. The exterior is something else. Amazing, well done to every single person. But the exterior of this one, is crazy. Watch my game glitch now. There's a gemstone over there. Maybe that was why it was glitchy. Yeah, I did consider about patchy, didn't I? This was the dark one. Maybe it's me. Did this one have lights before? Am I just being weird? What's happened? Why do they not have lights? I don't know what's happening. But anyway, I think that's all of them. That was a lot of fun. Thank you so much to everyone who entered my shell challenge. I appreciate it more than you guys realise. And thank you so much for over 13,200, almost 200, of you guys on YouTube. That is crazy. I'm literally eternally grateful for all of your love and support. I really hope you guys enjoyed this crazy shell tour. Well, I've literally not edited any of this, and I very rarely just talk for like 2 hours to myself. So this will go up on YouTube as well at some point, because some of you guys wanted to see it on YouTube because you didn't have Twitch, because some of you were allowed to have it. So that's completely fair. I will upload it to YouTube if I can work out how to do it. It'll probably take me a while, but we'll get there. But yeah, I appreciate you being here. Thank you to my new friend that joined in. I really hope you have a wonderful day. I hope that something good happens in LA today. Hopefully it's not 40 degrees because that's insane. But yes, I appreciate you all so very much, and thank you so much. That is very kind of you for that. It just popped up then. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will hopefully come back streaming, but if not, be sure to come over to YouTube because I would love to chit chat to you over there as well. So I will hopefully be back streaming at some point soon. I'm going to do another shell challenge. I have already made it, I just haven't uploaded it yet. And I will get around to uploading my own version of the shell, which I haven't done yet. But yes, thank you for joining me. I wish you all a wonderful day, and I will see you guys over on YouTube for the proper version of this, maybe later today. And I might do another speed build because I always upload a speed build. And I find it weird that I didn't do one yesterday because I was busy, so maybe I will. But that's really pushing my luck today because I haven't really got any time. But we will see. But I appreciate you all. Have the best day, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye, my lovelies.